Early mornings. Good for running, yoga, and making to-do lists. Look at me though. Smiling under my new lid as I go slicing through the hills. My scalpel, the KTM Duke 250, one of the nicest KTMs on the market. Beautiful. Whoa, something that dazzling? Must be a Dominar.
The 2019 Dominar keeps its old frame, and in that sense, there are few surprises in the twisties. It goes into corners well despite its bulk, but it isn't a bike that steers too sharply. At big lean angles, it is stable and grippy. Of course, this is an all-new exhaust and clearance is not a problem. Keep the pace in check, 80% or so, and this is a terrific motorcycle. The smoother engine and the linear power delivery both contribute to the sense of flow which the 2019 Dominar now has.
The KTM 250 Duke makes the Dominar look heavy and slow steering. It thoroughly enjoys its 21 kilo weight advantage, and since it shares the alert and rigid frame from the other Dukes, it handles and steers with an accuracy and lightness that's just wonderful. In the twisties, no question, the 250 Duke is the better motorcycle in feel and pace.
Man, that KTM is fast in the corners, hard to keep up with in the twisties.
Are you surprised? Well, I did notice that you could keep up on the straight with the Dominar, but I was always expecting the KTM to dominate the twisties.
Can I ride your bike for a bit?
Sure, why not?
Thank you.
Straight away, the difference in size is noticeable. No big bike feel here, unlike the Dominar. The KTMs aren't the smoothest of engines, but the 250 does manage 100 to 115 km an hour with very little vibration to bother you. I also like the KTM's upright stance a bit more than the Dominar for the highway. The Naked Sport format allows more effective suspension tuning, and on a 10-hour ride, that adds up.
Bajaj has really upped the game. The increased power and torque make a massive difference. And unlike the Duke, I don't even have to downshift for overtakes. What also impressed me was the lack of vibrations. This one's got the smallest of tingles at 120 kilometers per hour. I do wish the gear indicator was in my line of sight though. Also, the retuned suspension works better, but I think the rear is still a little too stiff, especially on sharp bumps. But all these niggles aside, the Dominar is an excellent highway bike.
The Dominar isn't an easy city bike. The steering is a bit heavier and slow to respond than I would have liked, but the new linear torque does make riding in almost any gear you like easy.
The 250 feels at home in this city. I also love how light on its feet it feels. Is it plush? Perhaps not, but this feels chilled out and easy even over the bumps. The 2019 Dominar has improved suspension, more power and less vibrations. But on the flip side, the KTM is light, easy and very, very enjoyable. These are the two most powerful bikes you can buy for about rupees 1.8 to 2 lakh. There is no question that the Dominar 400 is stunning value for money, and there is no better bike to tour on this budget. But you know what? I would still prefer the KTM over it. It's just the way the KTM makes you feel and comes together as a whole product. It's a far better motorcycle in the city, and a lot of us are going to spend more time commuting than touring. There's a smooth cohesiveness that the Dominar 400 comes closer to than ever before, but there's a lot more development that
Kya be? Spend 1 lakh more and get the most amazing bike on the market. Or spend 1 lakh rupees more, you get more power, more torque and 1 extra cylinder.
Everybody woke up and together we did the trials from moving.